Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everything in between, we are back again with the next exciting installment of the #1 interplanetary contest of bravery and brutality, RimWorld Combat Survivor! Why, yes, at this point in the tournament, we are down to only 3 contestants left after 5 have met their fate in the infamous Deadly Galactic Arena! But there can be only one survivor, as the 3 we have left will be pitted against tests, trials, and tribulations tossed their way by the patent-pending Wheels of Random Terror! As always, our contestants have been given a brief time to rest and recuperate between rounds, though at this point in the tournament, all are looking a bit battle-scarred, bruised, and broken. But they must be brazen and boldly brave what will become as the wheel brings our first belligerent. Sexton! One of our most loved contestants, Sexton, will be up first today, but before he enters the arena, let's take a quick recap of everyone's favorite Gigolo's past performances here on RimWorld Combat Survivor. Starting off strong, Sexton taught us all how to go about pounding beavers, then shortly afterward annihilated the alpaca. He ejected prematurely in round 3 and couldn't really stay up in rounds 4 and 5. Well, he's become a bit of a pushover since that mortar hit, never having a chance to fully recover. Let's see what the Wheels will offer him today. Oh, there's that rare 10 again, and boy, this stuff just writes itself. The flaming trouser snake will be thrown into a bed of 10 other snakes. We'll see how he fares now in the arena. Sexton heading for a pillar and tries to get a single bottle off, but the Cobras are much too quick. The Molotov fails to connect as he's already down. The mortar shell brings no threat here, and we can escort Sexton back off to medical, hopefully giving him a bit more time to recover before his next bout. Turning now to the wheel, who's up next? Nicholas! Nicholas was an early favorite here, but after a few disappointing performances, he fell out of grace. Let's look at the highlight reel to see what went wrong and what went right. Let's not forget the time Nicholas fell asleep right in front of a charging elephant. Looking back, perhaps that was some kind of confidence gesture. Can't be too sure with this kooky cast. So Nicholas has had a steady up and coming, perhaps becoming a bit battle-hardened by the death of his wife in round 4, as his performances seem to keep getting better. Let's see if it stays true here in round 6. Well, a single ram with a shotgun shouldn't be too difficult for old Nick, but can he keep it up while the pressure's on? Let's find out in the arena. Nicholas is just heading right for the ram, which is closing in fast. Nothing from the mortar, and he isn't able to get off a single shot. True test of strength now, which Nicholas has been known to display. But we only bring the fiercest rams to the Deadly Combat Arena. Hard to tell who's winning as they're both taking a beating. Nicholas finds himself on top and the ram has fallen. Good performance here from Nicholas as he can walk himself off the arena floor. We know who's up next, and like the others, we'll take a moment now to recap the past performances of our esteemed guest, Robbins. Robbins has shown us all her stuff even before losing her garb and was on top right from the start, almost never struggling to take down a foe. Then came that elephant, but she rightly redeemed herself against the rabid robot. Our 74-year-old nudist has had some ups and downs, but is certainly a master of surviving. That's what this tournament is all about, so let's see how difficult the next foray will be for Miss Robbins. 2 rams against a bow. Should be a fair fight against Robbins, having nearly taken down an elephant before. On to the arena now. Let's see how she fares. Robbins is off for cover and gets a shot off on the male ram. Nothing from the mortar in the double team has got her a bit stunned. She keeps on pummeling and takes down the U. Her mate didn't appreciate that and lays Robbins out. We'll clear the floor, and that'll do it for round 6. Well, not much doing there in round 6. We'll see what we can tweak in round 7 to spice things up and give our participants a brief respite to catch their breaths and tend to their wounds. Let's all take a break now from the battles and bloodshed with a brief word from our sponsors.
We are on the front lines of the information confrontation. I'm Alex Jones, coming to you live from the InfoCon headquarters bunker. The fight for liberty, freedom, and the RimWorld way is nothing like what you see in the arena. Every day, average citizens like you and I are being bombarded by deadly radiation and mental poison from the psychic drones our government is stationed in orbit all over this planet. We're not free anymore. Freedom isn't free, and unfortunately, neither is peace of mind. But with an exclusive contract from our supplier, we're able to bring you the highest quality psychic foil elements at the lowest price, bar none. Your purchase will not only get you the latest and greatest protection from the drones, but you'll be funding the fight for freedom and helping support InfoCon. Truly a win-win. Don't be a sheep. Visit InfoConStore.com today and secure yourself peace of mind in the information confrontation.
Welcome back to the show. All 3 of our contestants managed to survive round 6, so we'll be introducing a few new friends to make that a little bit more difficult in round 7. Say hello to Morty the Mortician's brand new friends, Mickey, Mallory, and Borf. These 3 are going to help Morty on the mortars for round 7 and bring a quadruple threat to the arena, as not 1 but 4 shells will be coming down mid-battle. Got any jokes for us today, Morty?
There's so much blood on my hands.
Did you hear the one about the colonists who tried to land on the sun?
They were all innocent people.
No. Everyone tried to stop them from flying to the sun, saying they'd burn up, but they said, nah, we'll just go at night. You get it, Morty?
Please, someone help.
All right, back to contestants row. Let's see which one of our 3 will be the first to try their luck against the new 3. Robbins. Robbins is back on her feet and ready to face the next challenge from the wheels. What will she be up against in round 7? Just 1 alpaca with a laser rifle in tow. If Robbins can avoid the incoming mortar fire, she'll have her work cut out for herself here. In the arena, and Robbins hoping to make quick work of this alpaca. It's charging forward and... no mortar hit, but she's down. She picks herself right back up and starts pounding. It's in 2 more solid hits, but then down for the count. What a noble attempt there by Robbins. She'll be escorted off the floor, but has managed to survive round 7. Who's going to be next to face the fearsome foursome? Sexton! Sexton tries to get his friend Pickles to join him, but the mallard ferociously shakes his head. What will Sexton endure alone? Oh boy, 2 robots with a bow. None of them are easy, but let's spin a 4th wheel to specify which mechanical monstrosity our man will meet. 2 scythers. Well, for Sexton's sake, let's hope those mortars make his job a little easier and blow their load anywhere but his face. Sexton now prepped, Borg's primed as he hits for cover. Lets one fly and takes down a bot with a single arrow. He's also downed in 1 as the mortars tear into his attacker. Looks like he managed to scrape through though, and this will ensure us an 8th round as Sexton is taken back to be healed. Well, that's 2 in the bag, or perhaps in the bay. Now, Nicholas turns to the wheels for what comes his way. An alien insectoid beast with a hand grenade. A doable endeavor, but which breed of bug will be beckoned? There's that mega spider again. Taking on one with an explosive might be enough, but let's not forget there will be 4 other ones falling. Nicholas sets off, seeming not to even bother trying to toss a single grenade. He's right in the bug's face as they're locked into a fierce melee. The mortar shells encircle the two as they trade mutual blows. The Mega Spider proves a bit too much for Sexton as he falls down, but not out. Robbins is able to pull him out of there and get him patched up enough to move on to round 8. Well, the quadruple threat from our mortars didn't prove to be much of a danger for our long-standing contestants. They will all need a bit of rest to get over their injuries, having all been down that time. Still managed to be an edge-of-your-seat thrill ride and a close call for each combatant. It looks like it's time for another break before we return with round 8 after a quick word from our sponsors.
From the executive producer of Spaceship Battle and Planet-Killing Laser.
There's an alien that turns invisible. Yo, we're gonna have to shoot that alien with our guns. You idiot, we can't shoot the alien because we don't know where he is because he's invisible. Yeah.
Gunk Funderson and Splurge Thunderstorm in Space Soldier, rated H42.
Well, the show must go on, and we're back at Contestants Row here at RimWorld Combat Survivor with the 8th round in our tournament. It has been quite the slugfest today, but the last 3 remaining contestants have been able to overcome every obstacle in their path, or at least not perish in the face thereof. Sticking with the formula, we'll keep raining down 4 mortar shells and turn to the wheel to determine the first in the arena. Nicholas! Nicholas has been foregoing ranged weapons. Let's see if we can give him something he'd prefer. Another boxing match against a ram. Nicholas has done this dance before, but can he stay in step to the beat of the mortars? Nicholas and the ram lock eyes and head right for each other. They collide ferociously and start to duke it out. Dear, 2 mortars land atop them, but Nicholas still clinging on to life in there. This tough cookie keeps going, and we'll take him over to medical to recover from the blast. Turn to the wheel now for our next guest. Robbins. Bare Bottom Beauty up next. What's in store for her? Also against a ram, Robbins will be given a sword to bring along with her. Perhaps she'll be able to show Nicholas a thing or two if he's conscious enough to view her performance. Another face-off with the ram, and Robbins takes the same approach. They both dodge a bit, then start trading blows. No mortar damage, then Robbins lays down the killing blow. She raises her sword proudly and saunters off the arena floor. As we know, the galaxy's greatest gigolo will be up third. What will the wheels give our guy? Sexton will be given a knife, but in his weakened state, he might get pounded by that No, that's what it's called. I'm not calling it a dick. Sexton sprints right toward the chicken, looking to end this fast. He can't connect on the tiny bird as shells soar overhead. Explosions about, but no impact on the outcome. Sexton still struggles to swing with a slash. He lands a nice cut, and another, and that chicken's goose is cooked. Well, another one in the books, and despite our best efforts, our last 3 guests have clawed their way through 3 more rounds. Those you see here now are no doubt some of the best interplanetary colonists this broadcaster has ever seen. They're all champions in my eyes, but as they say, there can be only one. However, as they also say, 8 is enough, and that's going to do it for us here today at Post Broadcast Productions, signing off from the universe-famous set of RimWorld Combat Survivor. See you next time.